Resume! We're gonna go to work. This is where gameplay starts. I promise.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts.
I totally get that. Eye contact is like an invitation sometimes. Sometimes it strikes fear into
My
people.
deputy, Francis Kendrick.
The
He
deputy.
recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of France.
Yeah, so he might take our place, is
No
what they were
evidence
saying.
to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered.
So
I need
this
that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
I think you should just shave your whole head if you're going bald, so that you can just own it. You can be the confident person, like, I'm bald. Oh, what? I'm a 60-year-old police chief a few months away from retirement. I don't need anyone else telling me how to do my job. I'm gonna say, show me what, I've got a little bit of an idea, but it's been a while. Favorite police work assignments every shift. You can move them between shifts. All officers and detectives possess important characteristics. Professionalism. Figure around 180 is average. Any policeman who falls short is not entirely reliable. Those professionalism is higher or safe bet even a pinch. Individuals' level of professionalism may rise and fall over the course of their career, so we have an impact on that. Energy shows how tired your policemen are. The less energy your people have, the less reliable their work, and a policeman who is exhausted might fall asleep at the wheel or make a critical error on the job. Your employees lose a point of energy after each working day and restore a point after each day of rest. Your employees don't tell you everything. For instance, some cops are lazy and will come up with a reason to take the day off, while others drink too much. You can only guess about these things, draw conclusions based on the behavior of your employees. So basically, we don't have a choice in what to do. These are detectives. I can't look at them. So I'm pretty sure these are all officers, all of the blue. And these are detectives at the bottom. Remember, 150 was, like, really good. So these three are maximum, and Price should probably go. So, I'm just letting you know. Yes, see, it's kind of like... Oh, that was the cigar. I love that. Responding to calls is the bread of butter. Send your officers. A mark on the map shows where the call came from. Farther away, longer it'll take for your officers to travel back and forth. So the longer your people will be tied up and unable for upcoming work. So the thing is, you send your best people to an unimportant area, that could stop them from helping people that really need it. So, if it's something that's not serious. The easiest way to determine how difficult a task may be is to check how many units you're allowed to send. So they tell you. The more units you can send, the more serious the threat. Hit and run. Number of slots is not the only thing to consider. Location, presence of weapons, till it turns into a brutal meat grinder. Yes. A married couple exited a convenience store and saw a van in the parking lot back over a homeless man who'd been digging through a trash can. The driver jumped out to help, but once he saw that he had a bum, he got away. So, thing is, we don't see that the person has a weapon. So I'm going to send the worst of the absolute best people, and then this person who's like in the middle. And then we get to see this. I love this game so much. Okay. Fight. A theater manager reports that during a showing of Citizen Kane, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theater. Snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. When he was denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is fighting with a security guard. See, this We have the option to only send one person. And I think that's very important, too. I don't think he has, like, a weapon, so we're just gonna send her on herself. I might not remember their names. I want to point out that they're very diverse, and I love that. Actually, a lot of these just look Japanese. Like Kochi, Asano, Tsubaki. Report. When everything goes well, the police capture the criminals and nobody dies. But the truth is, sometimes they escape. Dead cops will hurt your roster, and dead citizens bother the mayor even more than living ones. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Very good. And you see their ranking goes up because they did something well. So, very important to choose the right people. Offender escaped. Officer unharmed. Civilian killed? What? With a snowboard? Whatever. Not a snowboard. What's it called? This fucking sled. Okay. And then we have SWAT. I think we can only use them like once per turn. 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store and made off with their whole collection of adult movies. The criminals fled in a car. Store manager wrote down the license plate. The owner is Janet Brown, who lives in the suburbs. So yes, I am not allowed to pick, yeah, I'm not allowed to pick SWAT. So. A brother and sister clashed with each other over the deceased father will. We don't dare separate them, and our security is off duty. They're gonna have to deal with this person and the old lady. Because, okay, they're back. These two. Like, this is kind of a text adventure, but you can see how things are happening. A passerby saw some teenagers attack an elderly musician, then run away with his guitar and money. I don't think this is serious. I'm gonna send 2 people. Unless... I'm gonna be really mad if it's like, you should have said 3 people. When your cops aren't sure how to proceed, they might contact you and ask how to handle the situation. Try to deal with whatever comes up, but don't waste all your time on this stuff. You've got problems. So... let's be real, time isn't passing at all, we can see that. Vehicle in question is parked right outside the Brown residence. The sound of moaning and loud laughter can be heard through the window. Open up police, sneak through the house, siren and loudspeaker. Violence, I think this one. It's an armed robbery, so we should probably be sneaky, right? Offender caught, officers unharmed. Best possible scenario. But they do have to drive back to the police station. Offender escaped, officers unharmed. Fuck me. Alright, then I guess we'll just have to fill every slot. I think it's stupid, but this is also the first level, so maybe I should be paying more attention to what the game suggests, I mean. 412A. Offender escaped, officers unharmed. Asano's just, like, losing it with me. And price is at 5 stars. It's fine. Oh shit, that's the whole day. Oops. Okay, if you think you'll need a couple extra hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime. But if they're working flat out, they'll be much more exhausted. Somebody's bound to make a mistake, so it's a bad idea. So, Price has low energy, and this person has low energy too. That was the screen where you could ask.
When I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years, The past 20 years, he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point, every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else.
So he's more into the
Probably
crime
sounds
thing than
crazy,
us.
but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with.
Nothing good.
How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000?
Whoa.
Why not $1,000,000?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the
Yeah, if we do everything right, there's a chance.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand. Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight.
Sorry, I was drinking and
Always
I'm like
wears old-fashioned jeans
loving
and
it.
knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the old.
I mean, the quiet ones are usually, you know,
goes back as far as his great-grandfather.
loud gangs don't really
Sand is strict about following the
last
old
long.
rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price.
Yeah.
In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
We get a choice, basically. That's what they're saying. It's a checkpoint. I'm gonna stop it right here, and then we're gonna come back. Okay? What am I asking you?